listening to a Marc Short, mini-stories written and read by Marc Vale. Jerry. Jerry stood in line with the others, listening to the auctioneer ramble numbers at speeds human ears couldn't understand, unless you were paying close attention. "This is so exciting," Vic said. "Have you ever been to one of these before?" "No," Jerry said. He took a step back for some space. "Well, these things usually run about an hour or so. Then when the stock is out, the auction's done." Jerry nodded and gave a quick smile. "Anyway, I don't think you have anything to worry about. You got the makings of a stud." "Achoo!" Vic sneezed. "Excuse me." "Excuse, right. I wouldn't be surprised if a Blenheims scoops you up first. They buy to breed. Wouldn't that be the way to go? I put in 15 good years and then enjoy the fruits of my labor." "Sold to the Medican for 200 Euromix," the auctioneer said, followed with a light applause. The line moved up. "One step away from the stage and I plan to work it. Last time those slimy tabletos purchased me for a measly 50 ori. They smelled and made me pull weeds. I lasted with them for a couple of months before they decided to let me go." Vic scratched his stomach. The blazing speed of speech started off again. "You don't speak much, do you?" There was a small pause. "Another good trait to have if you get to become a breeder. I would be one too if I had anything that appealed to them. But instead, I talk too much, I'm 6'2", have blue eyes, and can bench 350 pounds. I wish I was a blob like you." "Blob, right," Jerry said. "Sold to the Vertkara for 140 Urimics." There was another soft applause. "Our next bid has been here before, and we're glad he's back. Bring him out." "Well, here I go, Blob boy. Wish me luck." Vic went through the curtain. Jerry heard snorts and laughter echo in as the curtain settled back into place. "We'll start the bidding at 50 ori," and off the numbers went. Jerry didn't have to wait long. Big strong men weren't in season. "Our next exhibit is another first-time buy. He comes from a long line of the slacker stock, plump-fed and easily brainwashable. He's housebroken and polite, great qualities that we're all looking for in a good worker/pet/whatever you want." The curtains flew back and the lights hurt Jerry's eyes. The man in back of him nudged him to step forward. The stage was wooden with stairs both in the left and right. Jerry walked in a sluggish stroll, scraping his flip-flops. He wore a towel wrapped around his waist. He would have felt degraded or even embarrassed if he had been raised 2 generations ago, but he was from a generation of acceptance. "Now, he'll answer to the name Jerry, but when you buy him, you can call him whatever you want. He plays well with kids and has had his shots. He's a great purchase. Now shall we start the biddings?" The announcer stood next to Jerry, patted him on the head before naming the price. 100 Euromix? A crowd of hands, tentacles, claws, and other unnameable limbs stretched to the ceiling. There was a chanting that sounded like fresh meat, if it were in English. The bidding went up to 500 Euromix, the auction's highest bid yet. Many of the audience had settled down, being that the price was out of their range. Now it consisted of a price war between a female Blenheim, who obviously wanted him to breed, and a Guamaca, who were known to buy stock for house duties, dishwashers, cooks, gardeners, or any other chore. "Do I hear 525? The Blenheim raised her hand. "Noted. 550? 550? "Hashkart," the Guamaca blurted. They had lips forever in a sour puss position, leaving only a few tones and limited words with multiple meanings. The Guamaca had announced he would pay 600 for Jerry. There was a mumble within the crowd, all eyeing the female Blenheim. Blenheim females are known to be lethal, much like a black widow. She rubbed her chin, looking closely at Jerry. Her tongue loomed out, revealing its double endings. 700. 700, can you believe that? A new first-timer record. Any other bids? Jerry looked at the Guamaca, with its gray mixed-colored fungus growing around his numerous eyes. He waved an appendage, signaling he was done. So, to the Blenheim, where he will most likely be a breeder and will hopefully have many offspring for this fine, fine line. Our next item up for bids comes from a little town of Blue Lake, he trailed off. Jerry was escorted off and placed in the pickup area with the other purchased humans. Man, I knew you would be bought for breeding, Vic said. I didn't do bad this time. A swinth bought me. Cheap, of course, but they like to work with animals, and I think I could handle cleaning after animals. Not as great as what you'll be doing, but I can't complain. Oh, here they come. See ya. See ya. Right, Jerry said. Jerry was taken to his new home. His leash was snug on his neck. She pulled roughly and threw him in a room where two women lay waiting. Mate, she yelled, locking the door. Mate, right, he said. A half hour later, the Blenheim checked on her breeders. She heard laughing. A good sign, she thought, smiling until she watched one female painting Jerry's toes and the other helping him to try on dresses. Music played. There was a cover that read ABBA. Krishna! Why aren't you breeding? She said. Don't you like girls? Girls, right, Jerry said. He also liked wearing dresses, putting on makeup, and dancing. But you're a... She looked at his papers. Homo sapiens draguineus species. Drag queen, right. Me. It's time for a song. I met a guy named Jerry. He doesn't talk much. He was thrown into a room with two women who painted his nails. Toenails. Paint his nails. You're really gonna clap for that? Really? Thanks for listening to a Marc Short. Music was provided by Dance Monkey Dan. Come visit me at www.markvale.blogspot.com, or you can email me at markvale1969@gmail.com. Take care.